Sanibonani nonke sanamukela ku-Rise. Namhlanje sikhuluma nge-mental health. Sonke siyayidinga i-mental health. Kuba nzima uma singakhulumi ngezinto ezingasiphathi kahle emoyeni, sigcine sizinikela otshwalweni, senza nezinto ezingasijabulisi. The right girls.
The right girl.
The right girls.
Hello.
So kuyafika isikhathi la uningasakhona ukumanage i-mental health yenu.
Yasi Thule ngaphambi kokuthi siqale ngicabanga ukuthi nje asicazulule kahle ukuthi kahle yini umehluko phakathi kwe-mental health kanye ne-mental illness. Uma sikhuluma bakwethi ngokukhubazeka komqondo, you know, we're speaking about a condition whereby you actually have to be mentally diagnosed for it. And then uma kuwukuthi sithi i-mental health isichaza ngokuthi it's a balanced, you know, and a healthy mind as well as a lifestyle.
Okay, you know, like I can actually remember a time when my mental health was just in a mess. You know, I was studying and I was working at the same time and I felt very overwhelmed. You know, but I've also like, team no sleep, I can do this, I can do this. And it's only when my body started like reacting when I was getting chest pains and heart palpitations that I went to the doctor and the doctor was like, no, your body's telling you that you betray stress.
And we often wait for our bodies to like tell us that there's something wrong with us.
Yes, whereas with our mind, we think, okay, no, I'll sleep over it, I'll be fine.
And
it's
you
not
won't
the
sleep
same.
over it and be fine, you know, because nami futhi ngangadlula lapho ungangitsheli nje ngeteam no sleep because there was a time when my body completely failed me, you know. And kwathatha ukuthi ngikhulume nomunye umuntu othe daily you need to actually give yourself a break. Uthathe isikhathi nje sokuthi you recoup ube right futhi.
You know, in understanding daily is that when your body is sore, like you injure yourself, you know, okay, no, this is not working, this bandage is not working, let me go to the doctor, let me fix it, right? But with our mental health, like we wait until it gets worse and worse and worse before we act. Why is that?
I don't know, but I just feel like the whole mental thing, because you know, as someone who's gone through so many things, HIV positive, my parents died young, I've had to deal with so many traumas in my life, and every time I fix one thing, something else, it feels like it's breaking. And at this point, I just feel like mental health is not attainable. It's not something that I could ever have, you know, and I've just made peace with that. And
you know, Pindi, the reality is siswami ukuthi impilo ayilula. Impilo inzima kakhulu and it doesn't get any better.
You know, I mean, I don't understand how much more fighting we can do. We fight for our space as black women. We fight for our space in our families. We fight
but
for
when
so
I look
many
at you,
things.
Pindi, you look like you have like your mental health like
but
in
that's
check
the
because
thing, you
there's
look
little
like
things
you
that you do, right?
But you see, that's the misunderstanding. People, we're very good at acting out mental health, like being mentally healthy. I'm very good at pretending that everything is fine. Very few people will know when things are not fine. And so a lot of times people are like, oh, but you're on Rise. Oh, but you're getting married. Oh, you just got a house. Your life must be perfect. And I'm like, no, it's not. I still have other issues that I'm dealing with. So that's why I just feel like no matter what's happening in my life, no matter how good my life looks, it's still, there's work constantly, and I don't know if I will ever reach a place where I'm like, okay, I feel mentally strong today.
You know, we had this conversation, you know, in our previous season, lapho khona ka sasikhuluma nge-mental health. From lesa sikhathi kuzokube in namhlanje, I spoke about izinto, you know, that used to stress me, you know, and contributed to why I wasn't mentally healthy, like ukushona kwababa, and, you know, being financially excluded. From that time, I've been held at gunpoint, I think, kabili already. And this is why I'm like, impilo doesn't get any easier. And had I not gone to counseling until, you know, being held at gunpoint, I wouldn't have seen ukuthi something's actually wrong and I've got to do something and talk to someone. So you learn and you get the tools that you need in order to be able to live impilo.
You know, I think like as parents need to understand ukuthi as young people we are under a lot of pressure. But Wadi, something we understand, you know, hoba motho monyane is very pressurized. We have the pressure to be successful. Then there's also black text that we deal with where you're the first in your family to go to university, so you're expected to pay for your nieces to go to university, you need to pay for funerals. And that's why we end up drinking and doing harmful things because we just cannot cope.
Yazi noma ngirelate nawe kakhulu ngoba kubazali kulula ukuthi akucompare nomntana se next door ukuthi uphumelele wena why ungafani naye ekube nayo into acontribute nokuthi akubone lokho kuphumelele and lokho konke lokho kungenza inhliziyo yami ibe buhlungu and kuyangikwatisa futhi.
Many of us want to access mental health services but don't know where to start. Let's see how Andreas Mpunga started his own mental health track as a response to the lack of services in Khayelitsha.
igama langibana Mphunga ndikhulela apha Mandela Park. Growing up elokishini apho kungekho ndlela eyiyo esikhethayo yokudila nee-emotions zethu. Eyona nto siyaziyo ukuba be strong, everything will be well. So I thought someone needs to do something, and it happened that lo mntu mayibe ndim. That is why I ended up studying psychology. The reason why ndikhethe usebenzisa mobile clinic is because it's a funky van that every young person wants to associate him or herself with. Ikarakara. Sikhethe usebenzisa mobile unit yethu as a casual space to come and talk. We thought must start the service and bring it to the people instead of people coming to us. Ezona ngxaki abantu abazanazo apha kumne ziingxaki ze substance abuse. It's either depression, psychosocial issues at home, and kune issues the trauma as well, because the township it's a place where there is drama that one cannot escape. Indlela abantu abayibuka ngayo indaba ye-mental health isathu uba kune-stigma esikhulu siyamaniswa nale nkonzo. Ezikolweni sizama ukubreak down the stigma of mental health. And we do a lot of psycho-education. Do you have any questions enifuna uzibuza, into enifuna ukucaciselwa kuzo?
If uye wabona i-counselor nde wayixelela i-counselor ingxaki yakho then yayi-expose ungenza ntoni ngayo?
Okay.
If abazali bakho bathi bayasela bayatshaya then wena usengxakini ngoku then ungenza njani ubaxelela uba usengxakini?
Xa unabazali abaselayo bobabini kuye kube nzima sometimes uzithethe ezinye into, but bakhona abanye abantwana balapha efemelini abadala, no auntie, no makazi, even nabamelwane sometimes bayakwazi ukumamela. So uncedo likhona le around us everywhere we go. Uhamba unoncedo. People's perspectives when it comes to mental health now, it has changed because we go and talk to them and explain to them that this person is not weird. This person akathakathwanga, but there are chemical imbalances engqondweni. So siyaba educate nje as to what it is like to live with a person on a mental health disorder.
Wow, guys, big ups to Banetsi. Hey? I think his project is just so amazing because, you know, it's a black man who understands his society, ne? And he's doing a project yabatuba aba understandang. Imagine what would happen if we had this Koharangua, Likona Lady, and other parts of the country.
And yazi nami uyangijabulisa ngempela because
Sure.
ngiyakhumbula kule phase la ngishonela khona umama wami. Bangihambisile kula therapy, but azange ngisebenze, you know, for mina. But mangibona lo muntu lo because uyenzele ekasi, you understand, uyakhona nokurelate nayo, uyakwazi noku-understand ne community ophuma kuyo, and uyakwazi nawe ukuthi ube open, you know.
Nyanizwa, but sometimes, guys, even having that support, even having those places to go to, can bring out some other issues. Like you ladies know, we've spoken about this before, but I'm having troubles with my mom right now, where we're not talking, and it's gone to the point where she's not coming to my wedding. And so these big milestones are happening without my mom, and I know I had to do this thing because it was for my mental health, but it still hurts. So it's still difficult.
Abazali bethu Phindi have always had difficulty in speaking, you know. And we grow up in environments, Thandwa Sam, whereby because abakwazi ukukhuluma nathi asazi ukuthi sizokhuluma nobani sithini. One of the things akade shilo lo uBanetsi ngaphakathi uthi if it is ukuthi abazali ababili bayasela, you know, emndenini, bakhona abanye abantu ongakwazi ukukhuluma nabo abazokwakha as an individual. Kodwa either way, because ufundile already ukuthi bazali bakho ukuthi awukwazi manje ukukhuluma, now if you deal with things in the exact same way.
This is why I said even before the insert that I'm not sure if how I feel about mental health or if I'll ever have good mental health, because I keep trying to be healthy. I keep trying to do all the right things to keep positive and stay positive, but it's like one thing after the other, and it just feels so overwhelming at times, and it reaches a point where I'm like, I actually don't know what to do anymore.
You know, Phindi, the fact is, and this is what because you know when you start asking yourself lo mbuzo lo, that's when you need to remember ukuthi unothando. Bakhona abantu abakuthandayo. That even if mhlawumbe uma noma ubaba that's failed you, but you have umuntu owakho okuthandayo
Yeah.
who gives you love every single day, you know, and you reassure us about this all the time.
And
you
that
have us,
hey, he's
Pippi.
coming through,
We love
he's
you.
gonna be with me, you know. So you have love, you know, and you're
Mm.
able to wake up every day, noma ngabe kunzima kanjani,
siyakuthanda
and
nathi.
live.
Nathi siyakuthanda,
siyakuthanda.
Phindile. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Indeed, it is possible to achieve mental health ngoba uyakwenza mngani wami daily. Kumele ukuthi sithathe ikhefu, and we'll be back with your views about mental health on social media. So nibona khona manje.
I was sexually abused from the age of 5. Azanga kabalella motho ko hae. It was ntho e diragang every day.
Ra le amohela re le butsitse lona ko mahaeng hore stress le trauma le dila ka yona jwang ha re boneng hore lona le nahana eng. Mahlako yana are I always kneel down and cry out to God because I know there is always a friend in Jesus and he will never leave me nor forsake me. Lusana le yana are it's hard to deal with stress. I'm always crying and I was loving to go out with a friend and have some drinks. But late I noticed the more I'm drinking, the more I'm doing things worse. No working, you don't have parents and also a breadwinner, how you cope in that situation. Umxolisi yana athi, don't keep friends that always complain. Don't watch negative movies, listen and watch motivational talks, shows and movies and dig them out in YouTube. Keep yourself busy by cleaning, reading, exercising, etc. All this to keep you out and away from negative thoughts. Remember, negative thoughts will bring out negative actions from you, and positive ones will bring out positive, productive actions out of you. Results are guaranteed. Phikiswa yana are when I'm stressed, I always cried out or exercise. That helps me a lot since I have no one to talk to about what's stressing me or traumatic events. Deli, how do you deal with your mental health? How do you take care of it?
Yazi ngaphambi kwe-counseling, you know, especially when, you know, I'm malayiko and I don't have money to have to go and pay someone, you know, to talk to. I talk to abantu abaseduze kwami that I really trust and say, listen, mngani wami, I'm not okay, or ma, I'm not okay.
All right.
Literally.
Okay, I hear that. Kajeko hona re tlo bua le Boitumelo Seanego wa ko Child Welfare. Boitumelo o bile a ba le trauma and a dila le yona. Ha re mo amogeleng.
Hey, Boitumelo. Okay.
Okay.
Nna ke teng. So Boitumelo, ke batla o itse gore trauma e re bueleng ka yona. What was it? Can you tell us a bit about it, please?
I was sexually abused from the age of 5 until I was 12 years old. It's not something that happened once, but it was ntho e diragang like every day. And then azanga ka bolella motho ko hae ke godishitswe ke koko and le bobuti le malome ke ena nandira the abuse. Rentse ke gola there was a point where ke beng ke le so quiet mo ileng wareng ke nyaka ke le one a ke nyaka ipona ke na le batho ba bang. Nna by then next sa bolele le motho at all. So hore ke fitlhe ko mmerekong that day ke sa gone anything ke ile nje ko doctor and then doctor ko nna no ya ko psychiatrist. So ha ke fitla mole ho bua nje for nna it was part of me healing from whatever that happened in the past.
So Boitumelo, you spoke about having been abused from a young age. So how did that affect your relationships going forward? Because as soon as I was raped when I was 5, it was very hard for me to have sex with men because it was always this violent thing. How did you deal with it?
I think it was the same, Lina, where ke kopane le motho wa monna, I was struggling.
Yeah.
You will find that when it's that time, hey, kubanzima nje.
When some excuse in jail.
Yeah.
Time, cartel, like those kinds of things.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Especially Halle Berekisa, the same position in the rapist or whoever, na Berekisa then. then everything comes
Just
back.
comes back.
Yeah.
Because you know, with Tumelo, as batho ba bantsho, the mental institution je, the way re di nahanang ka teng, re di nahana as if ke dipleke tse mpe. So motho ha ka re ke tswa Sterkfontein, for instance, it's like ha sharp, you know. So when I like wile waya ko mental institution, ke thuso e we thotseng e jwang e ne never wa thola maybe from your community or even from family.
There were different sessions. Sometimes ke tlo batla mfa a relationship counselor. Sometimes ke another psychiatrist on referencing mole. Sometimes ke the group discussions. So you just hear worry, because sometimes you think or when only one onang le mathata. How would o mongwe a bua worrying no le nna I went through 1 2 3. Problem ya how iba lighter until you feel worrying okay, I'm not the only person here. Ba bang le bona bana le mathata. Yeah.
Bitumelo rena le potso from Mpho ke Rise Young Woman wa rona. A re batla tseba re yena o na le chomi ya hae wa sokola ka di mental health issues mara ha tsebo re a mo thuse jwang. O ka mo fa advice e feng hore a qale kae ka chomi ya hae?
I think the first step going bua le motho o mo tshepang. O ska bolela le anyone in nje. And if you feel what it's not enough, go to a psychologist or social worker, motho e leng hore o na le that experience, or he or she is an expert for that particular issue. O ska kgomola wa e beya ko pelong ya hao. Take it. There will be a time where you can't take it anymore.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us your personal story. It's really, I don't know about everyone else, but I know it helped me feel a bit better today.
Because like we are not alone. You know, even just the 4 of us here. Yeah.
Thank you. After the break, we'll speak to our big sister Malebo. Don't go away.
What are some of the things that you do to distress?
Like I'm mostly extra stress. Ke motho lo ngwana di poeme. Nna I think ho bolela hwa thusa.
Dumelang. Hello. Guys. Ding. Yeah, so today, go bua ka mental health, right? So topic ena is something in Kazang. In Kazang because it causa hore re dule re nahana ka situation ya rona, because ke nahana as a black woman mo bophelong ba ka nje already I go through so much, you know, and I'm sure you can relate. But go na le ntho ba bitsang black girl slay,
Yes.
black girl magic, you know, like slay girl.
Yes.
And so it dule re kenya pressure. Like now I don't know about you, but ke dula ke na le pressure to work hard, and I push myself until I fall over the edge, until body ya ka ere no, Malebu, you can't do this. And this is just one of the ways that I've been challenged. Am I pushing myself? Or do I really care about my mental health? And this is why, like as usual, contributions tsa rona. What do you think?
Yes.
So kutlela ba re hona le question e chesang, ba bitsa burning question.
Into engifuna ukuyibuza mina ukuthi since emakasi la sihlala khona mosiqole ama business we alcohol shuthi ama tavern maningi ukudlula ama park nama library, so ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi is affect kanjani sinesimphakathi i mental health.
Wait, see how bua ka taba ya alcohol, it's something enkwatisang, because how nahan in the past kana kwa apartheid, you know, nababutsi di bottle store for that reason, gore motho montsho a ska ba le nako go inagana, a ska ba le nako ya go ba part of liberation, tshwantsa dule a anwe. But because already motho montsho nana le mathata, it was easy go nwa, you know, go drown mo di issues tseo. You think gore gona no remote democracy, apartheid ifedile, you think we'd find different ways to deal with stress, but it feels like it's become worse because all generations are drowning in alcohol. So most of us, because we can't deal with the pressures of life, we end up returning to alcohol. Sometimes I just say, oh, I love alcohol, you know, it's just something that makes me feel good. Actually, when I think about it, not because I'm stressed. So it's something that's on the to try and figure out. What are some of the things that you do? Who distress?
Like I'm usually stress. Ke motho lo ngwala di poeme. So jwa di poeme and ke dance. So ke pala batho di as ke le nthe member wa Rise. Rena fatshe ra bolela so ke tsalo tse di ntshuri ke be busy because guys like hang kana ke one go feletsa ke hafa. So ke batla around batho me go tsone ke khona go express or go irahalang kana then ke ba sharp.
Now I think ho bolela hwa thusa. That's why Rona as basadi ba Moraisi re bone hore ho bolela ke ntho e le horeng ena le matla because e khona ho re thusa kaofela. Like for instance ho bolela ka selo o ka ntwa se bolele hore ke wena o leng mo situationing eo but when we bolela as if maybe someone is in that situation and then wena o nyoko ho mothusa so ho bolela hwa thusa than ho didimala because ho didimala sometimes who create anger. Yeah, thank you.
Ke rata point ya hao ya hore sometimes you don't even say ke problem ya hao wa bua and then utlwa hore batho ba tlo reng and it might also help you, not just you alone but it might help everyone else. Yeah.
Yes, Melebe engathi, you know, as young women sidlula nje ezimene eziningi kakhulu ezimane sesiphazamisa nje emqondweni and they set us completely off balance. Ngokwazi kwakho, what are some of the ways, you know, nezinto esingazenze in order to be able to regain as well as maintain our mental health?
You know, Deli, South Africa, I mean, most South Africa, poverty is real. You know, many people are living in very terrible situation and it affects black women and children the most. It's very clear, Hore, not everyone has access to mental health services. We must constantly find ways that help us, you know, deal with every single day situation because like Rutle, the answer to there are certain things that we do every day for us to help us distress. So there's a project that I was once involved in Kosoweto where the women every single week, these are women who have been abused. So every single week they come together and ba planta the vegetables, go di jarateng tsa batho. And through that, they say it gives them time to talk to each other, but also just working, you know, who planted the vegetables, knowing in that they're also creating food for other people. It helps them a lot. So this is just one of the way that they've decided this will help. So it's important, different ways, writing poetry, you know, listening to music, hapula ina, just standing under the rain. But riskai pressure, go that place. Mental health, because it's very, very difficult because every single day is a process and we must be easy on ourselves and find ourselves every single day what it is that we can do to just smile and be happy one day at a time.
Sibongile Malebo. Nizwile girls asizibekeni iqala, you know.
Yes, girl.
Sizishaya isifuba la eSouth Africa ngale phase ethi wathinta umfazi wathinta imbokodo. Kodwa udlame lushosha ngezinqe phansi. Let's bring back ubuntu. Masikhulumeni ku social page yethu usebenzise #RiseTalkShow. Nisalini kahle.
Woof, woof.